right, Maxwell, we're gonna play some video games now.
All right.
It's time to look at some mech game.
Perhaps some armor and some cores.
Specifically
together.
Armored Core 5. We're gonna take a look at this. Right now you're seeing the opening cinematic, which we're just gonna roll a little bit of because it looks really cool.
A lot of brown. This must be a next-gen game.
Oh yeah, this is current gen.
I know, that's true. We really can't use the phrase next-gen.
No, we can't.
Can we?
No, totally not.
So what are we looking at here? Set the scene up for us,
desert.
Chris.
So the game doesn't actually look like this. This is just a sort of a cutscene showing little snippets from what a war with giant mechs might look like. So you would have these sniping platforms that look like this.
I appreciate the sort of gritty, like, war footage.
Yeah.
That was in there. The sort of like handy cam from the front lines.
And this is the like weapon testing facility stuff. Like we're testing out our minigun arms because nothing's worse than a poorly tested minigun arm.
I know. You get in there and your minigun arms just don't minigun quite well enough.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be in trouble. Your giant robot soldier husk is going to be in trouble.
So I remember, I have not played all the Armored Core games.
There have been a lot of them, more than 5.
You were like a mercenary and part of a large mercenary group, and the game just sort of threw you out into these missions. The story elements were very light. It's it was very much a mech building and optimizing game where you have all these different parts and pieces, and you got to manage your heat, and you got to manage your weight, and you basically just want to like tweak and optimize the math of it to make the best possible robot.
Yeah, all that stuff is still here. We've got, I'll jump into a mission and we can sort of take a look at the assembly stuff beforehand. You got a bunch of different territories, and the thing with Armored Core 5 is this, like I'm part of a team. You see the 4 squares on the right, those are my teammates.
Oh, okay.
Once there's more people populating this thing when the game is released, you're going to sort of vie for these territories, and a team is going to control a territory. So it's got this like pervasive multiplayer element, and so this we're going to go, and the team element is visible here. I can go with 2 sortie members. I can hire a mercenary, or I can hire myself out as a mercenary, which is just like anyone can.
So
I can go
if
on
you
a team
don't
with
have
anyone.
like other people to actually play with, you can like get some AI bots to back you up.
It's kind of like matchmaking, I guess, in a way. Then you got your assembly here. You go through your right arm, your left arm. I got guns. So this is my rifle. This is my gun. This
right here, what we're looking at, this is the bulk of what I remember from Armored Core.
Yeah,
diving into menus and picking out your parts.
You go through. I'm still pretty early on, so I don't have a ton of parts. But like, in addition to your 2 main guns and your shoulder weapons, you've got your head and your core and your arms, and they have different governing attributes and different effects on what you do. One of the big changes you can make is to buy different legs. So like I'm bipedal now, but then you can get this tetrapod look, which is great for long range stuff.
Nice and spidery.
And also looking kind of creepy. Or you can get the treads. And you see that down below where it says load, my max load increases if I go with the treads, but I'm not going to mess around with that too much.
But then if you do have the treads, you're like less mobile, or
you move more slowly.
Okay.
But you can carry the bigger guns, and I think you probably can't jump on top of buildings like you're going to see me do. So here we are, jumping into combat mode. The HUD tells you all you need to know. That the 4 quadrants, the top 2 represent ammo, and so you can see those going down as I shoot guns. And then the bottom right is my booster, which if I burn it by doing a big boost, it'll go down. And then the bottom left one is my health.
That's an interesting, like, minimalist HUD design, because normally in these mech games, they'll just clutter the outer ring of the screen with, like, up in the right-hand corner is a big box showing your ammo, and up in this corner, there's your giant radar screen.
Yeah.
Whereas in this game, it's just this nice circular reticle.
Yeah, it's pretty chill for a game that's about big explosions and shooting robots.
So you're getting into some mech combat here against some enemy mechs.
Yep, and I just want to get close enough to lock on. You can play a much more long-range class. I'm sort of a catch-all mid-range dude.
So how do you cycle between your different weapons? Like, do you have access to all of them at all points, or do you have to like manually?
You can have.
I want to be in gun mode now. And
so you can have 5 weapons, and you have access to 3 of them at any given time.
Okay.
So left trigger and right trigger are your left and right guns, and then the right shoulder button is your shoulder gun.
Okay.
But then
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, but then you'll see I can switch. I'm switching my left gun out right now.
Oh, that's nice.
So
that's
now I've got like this energy shotgun thing, which is kind of cool. And I'm gonna just go through this thing. Like
So
it ain't no thing.
what's your mission objective on this map?
Kill dudes.
Kill dudes. Is that the prevailing mission objective throughout
Pretty
the game?
much. Well, so right now I'm doing what's called an order mission, and those these are quick. It's just like a very small map where you
just drop in,
you
raise
drop
a little
in
hell,
and you just
cause
kill
some explosions.
kill all the dudes.
Okay. What are some of the other mission types?
So the other mission type is story.
Oh no!
Getting
You
sniped.
just
So
got long range shot.
yeah.
Oh.
Gosh. So you can also dodge. I
Okay.
should be doing that, so I don't get sniped by these guys, and I should like maybe flank them.
So Chris, this is obviously the year 2012 that we're living in. Is there a cover system in this game?
I mean, I can hide. If there's a building between me and them, they can't shoot me.
Okay, so
But
it's
no.
got organic cover 2.0 basically. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
Yes, the organic cover 2.0. Where did you guys coin that phrase?
That was our inaugural episode of Ask GameSpot. We were talking about in Syndicate how it doesn't have like a dedicated like cover system
You don't
button
get-
to
yeah,
snap
like-
to cover.
Yeah.
But you can just sort of, stand behind a wall and not get shot. It's organic. You can do whatever you want. You can choose to do it. You can choose to not do it. It's up to you. It's up to the player and what choices they want to make.
That's what this is all about.
All right.
So yeah, the story missions. Come back here. You're gonna die. Oh my guns. Oh, I'm taking
So much pew pew
taking
in
some
this
hits.
game.
I need to go somewhere else for a second. I'm gonna just parkour up this building real quick.
Robot parkour. Is that they should have that as a bullet point on the back
Yeah.
of the box? Robot parkour.
Robot parkour. The story is you're sort of in this city, and Father is this overlord character, and
Now, is it a
You're-
giant acronym?
no, it
Oh,
may be,
missed
but it is
opportunity right
it is
there.
currently not. So I'm not my right gun is not doing well. You see, it says ineffective hit. So I'm just gonna drop down in here, and I'm pretty sure my laser shotgun is effective hits.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Oh,
I'm not a
tagging you,
laser
not even
shotgun
one.
specialist myself. I didn't get my degree in laser shotguns,
No.
but I would imagine that if laser shotguns did exist, they would be effective in pretty much all situations.
Well, you know-
because they combine lasers and shotguns together.
which is pretty deadly.
Yeah.
So there are 3 different kinds of like damage you can do
Okay.
in this game. There's chemical, there's kinetic, and there's
Is
whatever they
that
call
where
the
like you
laser
just got
one,
like really
thermal.
dizzy and fall down, maybe get sick to your stomach?
No, that's the normal bullet one.
Oh.
Sorry. But you sort of do like energy damage, and you do explosive damage.
Is
and-
there heat? Do you have to manage heat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the heat is energy, basically.
Oh,
So I
okay.
use energy to boost. I use energy to fire my energy weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I use energy to dash. If you use, I'll jump into the story mission here real quick and die because it's pretty hard. I think I need to spend some
Way
time.
to set those expectations.
I need to spend some time in the assembly room.
And I mean that. It's important to set realistic expectations.
It is, yeah. I want you folks to know
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What's
die
up?
and this segment's gonna end, but it'll happen. It'll happen.
Everything is as it should be.
Indeed. Yeah, it's Armored Core, and the multiplayer stuff is kind of intriguing because it has that like another mech game, Chrome Hounds, came out a couple years ago.
Yes.
It had that sort of persistent territory thing going on, and this has it as well. I have yet to really delve into it, but having something that sort of keeps you coming back, gives you something to
persistent.
attach
You're
to
saying-
other than just we totally beat those robots. I think it's pretty cool. All right.
Now,
this
once
is-
you get up to like Cynthia's waving us down. I think she's got.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going all right. So Dunk H12 is wondering about any kind of co-op and then what that kind of looks like. You
Yeah.
guys can
So
turn that off.
when I just jumped into that mission, you saw that I could have up to one other player with me, and so you can do co-op.
Can you do local co-op?
No, online co-op. So those order missions were like 2 players, and then when you have these missions to retake territories, like I was saying, you can have up to 4 or 5 players. I think 4 players maybe from your team and a mercenary. I'm not quite sure. And then that's sort of a team battle where there's an objective that you're trying to blow up an asset of the enemies, and they're trying to kill you while you try to do that. So yes, there is multiple player, providing you can connect to the internets.
So once we get up to like the 5th game in the series,
This is not this is like way more than 5.
Oh, there's been like all sorts of like offshoots and special
I'm pretty
editions
sure that there have been a bunch of Armored Core games.
What has it? What has the difficulty curve been like? I mean, going into this game, do they assume like, you know, if you're picking up Armored Core 5, obviously you must be an Armored Core fan at this point, or is it maybe a little more accommodating?
It's pretty accommodating. Those order missions, like you saw, I wasn't using a whole lot of strategy there, other than try not to get shot too much.
Run up and the laser shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. So that it's pretty easy to get into. The menu stuff, it takes, you know, a little acclimation, but it's not. You sort of have this idea that these mech games have, that the customization is just so elaborate that you spend a lot of time there.
Yeah.
That's not really the case with this. You can spend time tweaking, but it's not something that you're going to need to like consult a guide on or like get real elaborate with, because it's straightforward.
Okay.
Pretty much. So now you see, most of these battles take place in cities. Oh gosh!
Oh my goodness!
Those things hurt, but I'm okay. But damn, I took a lot of damage like right away. Now I gotta go and hide the sniper guy.
So yeah,
point your laser at me.
strategy again of running straight at the sniper with all guns blazing. Could you maybe like get up on a building, jump down onto the sniper?
Oh gosh, he tagged me.
A little bit of surprise attack.
Sure, but then
there?
you know, there's just all sorts of. Yes, I could do that. But you know,
but you choose not to.
There's a time for tactics, and then there's a time for reckless
action.
Endangerment of yourself. So I'll do that. I'll climb. Oh god, that
Sneak
thing.
attack. So, we're back again in a giant sort of brown city. Are all the levels in giant brown cities?
No.
Okay.
Some of them are
I
out.
saw there was a
them,
brown desert.
Some of them are in the brown countryside.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna hide under here. No one can find me. Oh gosh, he found me.
There's just snipers all over the city.
Get up out of the water.
What are you gonna do? So
die.
Do you like
die pretty soon, probably.
So like, are you accruing currency by completing these missions?
Yeah, you see it down in the bottom right, AU.
Okay.
Which is the elemental abbreviation for gold.
I was gonna. Oh, okay.
Come on.
I was gonna say action units.
Action units. Is this the battlefield limit?
Oh.
And just like Icarus, just like a giant Robo Icarus,
too close.
I climbed too close to the top of the buildings.
Yes.
And it's over. Oh.
Say love.
Oh, grim defeat. Oh, horrible explosion. Oh, Armored Core 5. All right, that concludes our demo of Armored Core 5. The game is out next week. You can look for a review then. Now, we're moving on.